welcome to Been There, Watch That. We are back for another week and another movie review. My name is Justin, and I'm here with Joe and Dave, as always. This week, Dave is going to lighten things up a little bit after a bit of a dark, brooding, and what I found to be a bit of a bummer movie, but the other guys liked it, and it was my pick, so I was glad, because I didn't want to be the only one, thinking a movie was good, and then they totally drag it through the mud. So we're here with Dave's pick, Unfinished Business.
Another home run, by the way.
2015.
So what are you saying, Justin? So you picked a good one, so we're going to use Dave's movie as the one to run through the mud?
Yeah.
I have to say, before we get started, Justin said last week, I want something completely opposite of Awakenings.
Right.
And if this couldn't be any more complete opposite, I don't know what would be.
Hey, I've been sitting on this one for a little while. And I was just waiting for the right time to pull it out, and by golly, I feel like this was the time.
1990s Awakenings with Robin Williams and Robert De Niro.
Yes.
And now we have the 2015 Vince Vaughn movie. He's accompanied by, Dave Franco? Is that
Yeah.
his name?
Yeah.
Dave Franco, Tom Wilkinson, Sienna Miller's the lady who does a lot of movies.
This
James
is a wild
Marston.
one. We'll get into it. This was something else.
We're not messing around. You want to give us the rundown, Joe?
All right. So a hard-working small business owner, played by Vince Vaughn, and his two associates, Tom Wilkinson and Dave Franco, travel to Europe to close the most important deal of their lives. But what began as a routine business trip goes off the rails in every way imaginable and unimaginable. I feel like...
American Businessman, 42!
Yeah, I feel like our West Virginia Governor, Justice, in every which way, form, shape, and fashion.
Yeah.
So let's do a quick rundown on a quick casting call here. Vince Vaughn plays Dan Trunkman, and Mr. Vaughn's known for The Breakup, Wedding Crashers, and Couples Retreat. Dave Franco plays Mike Pancake, and he's known for The Disaster Artist, which you can listen to in our archives. The Now You See Me movies, which you can also hear the first one in our archives, and also Neighbors. James Marsden plays Jim Spinch, and he's known for Hairspray, X-Men, and 27 Dresses. And Sienna Miller plays Chuck Portnoy, and she's known for G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, and American Sniper.
Huh. I'm always amazed at what other movies the cast is in.
Yes.
Because I never realize it until we read through them, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, because what I always do is I always go through the casting and see what movies that they're known for. And if they're known for not-so-famous movies, I won't add them. Nothing personal.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a known movie, that's how I add them.
Well, just to set the stage a little bit, I Googled this when you announced your pick last week, Dave, and I'm not saying ratings and critics and all that are always right, because a lot of times I totally disagree with them, but this one's getting hammered.
Really?
10% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No way. Really?
IMDb 5.4 out of 10.
No way.
And Roger Ebert 1.5 star.
Ouch!
Jeez Louise. Did they watch the right movie?
So who picked Howard the Duck this week?
No, I stand by my pick. You wanted a light movie. Here you go.
So that had me a little nervous. But, we'll get into my rating at some point. But I don't think 10% quite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is it that high?
Yeah, that seems too generous.
Yeah.
What do you guys? Are you Vince Vaughn fans? I generally find him pretty funny. And
I mean, I really liked him in several of the movies where he plays kind of that slapstick, fast-talking guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of one-dimensional, I think, though. I mean, that's his character.
Yeah, well, it seems like any movie he plays, he's almost the same character in every movie.
Yeah, talks fast, a little sarcastic.
Right.
A little wild, a little crude at times. He can.
Yeah.
I really liked him in Wedding Crashers. I thought he was funny in that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many other ones I've seen him do.
Was he in Dodgeball?
Yep.
Okay. But see, I really liked him in Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think he plays that character well, and it can be used
Yeah.
across the board.
Swingers, that was like his kind of breakout movie back see that one.
What is it?
Swingers, I think.
No, I did not see that one.
What's it about?
It's like a Vegas movie, I think. Yeah, 1996. I don't know. These guys in Vegas running around doing stuff. I'm not really.
Now, I liked him in The Interns as well.
Yeah, the breakup was pretty good with. Yeah, okay, I see it now. The Delivery Man was pretty good. Couples Retreat. I really liked him in Couples Retreat. I did not like him in Hacksaw Ridge.
I have not seen Hacksaw Ridge.
And he was good in Four Christmases.
I liked Fighting With My Family. He was good in it as well.
I didn't know he was in Rudy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that either.
The Dilemma's a good one. I didn't know he's in Mr. and Mrs. Oh, yeah, he was. He's the best friend of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
And I liked Vince Vaughn pretty well in this one. I didn't really love Dave Franco. I thought he was pretty annoying in this one.
He was.
I think he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, he played it well.
Yeah.
Just
like over the top, boyish. Like he's got the backpack on all the time. Like, oh my gosh.
yeah, like a real simpleton.
What he was.
Yeah.
But
You
to
saw
me,
the end of the movie, right?
right? But it almost came off like he was trying too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Justin on this one.
He was probably my least favorite character in the whole movie.
As good as actor he is, he did get on my nerves on
I liked.
in this role.
I thought the old man guy did a pretty good job. He was funny. But
Yeah, he was funny.
Dave Franco, oh man.
Yeah, I'm with Justin on this, and
The
Dave
old
Franco.
man was a surprise, but I don't know. I liked Dave Franco, and I thought
This
he
was
was.
a wild one. This was.
Yeah, I mean, there were some scenes there with Dave Franco, and I was like, yep. They did a little bit of foreshadowing, and yeah. Okay.
It
So-
was a wild ride to say the least.
Yeah. So a lot of twists and turns. So
Yes.
my standby question: what stood out the most? What scene stood out the most in your mind?
Oh, gee whiz.
Wheels are turning over there. Joe, I'll let you handle that
Well,
one.
I was going to pass it to you.
Well, all right. I'll tell you what mine. So
Okay.
I have kids, of course. So I really liked it when he was giving his daughter a hard time about bullies or their parents are jerks and bullies
Yeah.
just they never amount to anything in
Yes.
life, and then she gets and slams the lid down and walks away, and then he goes back and he watches the video and he turns to the boy. He's like, I think I made a mistake.
Yeah,
Because his daughter is the bully.
calls him. Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, there was a bullying incident. He's like, oh man. But then the video comes out and it's his daughter beating up some little
Yeah.
kid.
I have to say, I loved when he would act like his call would freeze.
Yeah.
And
You can see the background
yeah.
moving.
And I'm going, wait a minute, you're telling me
Dad
that
froze again.
his family is that simple-minded? It's like,
Well, I
Hey,
think
Dad's
they're just
video
like,
fro-
all right, whatever.
yeah, Dad's video froze, but I can see the background.
Yeah.
But I have to say, he does play it well to give you the illusion that the screen did freeze.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have to give
yeah.
him props on that one.
I like it when he was on the bus at the airport and everybody's like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, with his mouth open,
Yeah.
froze. Gosh. I don't know. I like Dave Franco. I thought, like, when he came outside with his boxing hands, like, all right, you're on board. What'd you do? He goes, nothing. Did you get fired? I didn't work there. All right, well, you're on board. Let's give this a go. Here we go.
Yeah,
I was here for an interview and I thought bringing the box would show like confidence or something.
Well, yeah.
Show that you're ready to move into your desk right then.
so now looking back, that
That's
definitely
funny.
kind of sets a stage on what you're getting ready to get with
Yeah.
Mr. Franco's character. It's
Yeah.
just
Dave Pancake.
you just never know what you're gonna.
He says panther at one point. He's about
Yeah.
to say pancake.
Yeah,
Changes to panther.
Yeah.
and Panther's better than Pancake.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he has to like get onto him like, okay, in this meeting,
Yeah.
do not say your last name because it derails the whole meeting.
Can you imagine? I mean, I could see that being a real thing, being like, look, we can't have this meeting just turned like that and
Right.
paused and let everybody have a laugh down at us. So, yeah, don't do that. Because, I mean, you would almost have, I feel like that could be real.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know, if
absolutely.
so we go to soccer games, and people have butcher our players' names sometimes, or a player has a name and you just know it's getting butchered.
Right.
and you're just like, oh man, just say, all right, number 25, Frank.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah,
Let it go.
Yeah, just move on, and that's why you just go with. So then to cover your tracks, you just use the first name of every player,
Of all of them.
and then nobody knows any different.
Yeah, all they know.
But
yeah, that's funny.
yeah, because I mean, as a business owner, I could see that from Vince Vaughn's standpoint on that. It's like, look, this is a major deal.
Yeah.
We need this, or we're gonna be out of business. We don't need anything to go wrong. So you just kind of just do what I'm telling you, and we'll try to get through this.
Isn't that funny?
James Marston played a really good villain. He's like the guy that.
Yeah, he's good at that.
He's
He was
like totally stuck up and.
Yes.
Just like. He's sitting there looking at like they're gonna give a presentation to him, but he's like so clearly not interested. He's like texting.
sent his guy out to lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played that well, like guy that very unlikable.
Yeah, it's like I'm doing this to humor you. We're not. There's no chance that you're going to get this, so just do your thing and get out of here.
And I like Sienna Miller. I thought she did a good job as Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, she played that role very well. The person you just wanted to hate.
Yeah, she was vicious.
Yes.
Yeah. Cutthroat business lady.
What'd you think of the son? The overweight son. He's getting bullied.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job, but I mean, I don't know. The only thing I didn't buy on that was who buys teal eyeshadow and doesn't know. He seemed like a smart kid. He came off as a smart kid, so surely a smart kid would know. All right,
Yeah.
He wanted to be goth, but then he bought the wrong color eyeshadow or whatever. That was the whole story.
Right.
And he got made fun of by the goth kids. Got picked on by the kids that get picked on.
Yeah. Do you know how bad you have to be for that to happen? But I mean, other than that little snafu, I think he did the role very well.
Oh yeah. I just mean that part was written in. The kid played it right.
Right.
He looked the part. He played the part. Talked the part.
Right.
That part I was just kind of eh. But I think that was the overall effect of the movie, so that Vince Vaughn could have teal eyeshadow later.
Right.
But
Yeah, some sappy moments, but kind of a weird mix of like raunchy humor, and then it would like have scenes where he's FaceTiming with his kid, and it's kind of like meant to be serious, a little bit sappy and emotional.
Yeah.
Followed by like a scene where they're in a bathroom and stuff.
I was waiting for that to come up.
Well, you're talking about what's stuck on your head. So.
Yeah. So did you laugh at the whole scene where he kind of falls into him at the end, and he's like, "I think it touched my face."
Okay, so Cena's asking me.
When he shook, like did a handshake.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I cringed the whole time. I was like, no. So Cena's sitting there watching it with me, and she goes, "Is that a bathroom or what?" I said, "I don't know. I've never been any place like that." How would I be a source of information?
She's like, "Is that what the boys' bathrooms are really like?" Time out. What goes on over there in the boys' bathroom?
I said, "I had no idea if that is a bathroom or what that room's used for." I said, "I had no idea." I said, "You're asking the wrong person. I have the wrong source of information on this topic."
Nice.
That whole thing came out because they're trying to track down that British.
Yeah, the British guy. Yeah, the assistant.
Who's
Nick Frost.
big into events like that where.
Yeah, he lived an alternative lifestyle.
They find him dressed in full leather
and ready to have a good time. We'll just put it that way.
Wow. Yeah, Dave Franco doing the handshake. That was.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they played up the he's an idiot thing.
Well, and that's even like when they went to the spa, and he's like, "Hey, boobies," I was like, "Yep, here we go."
Yeah, both the old man and him are pretty like horned up. They wanna have this wild business trip.
I like the maid scene too.
Yeah, it got switched.
It's like, "Hey, can you the wrong maid's in the wrong rooms." Like, "Hey, can you turn around a little bit? I'd like that, Well, he's like, just us in here." But I don't know. Funny stuff.
I think some of this stuff, when this come out, 2015, 2021 is borderline. Might have some people up in arms about they might want to take to Twitter and say some of this is too offensive or something.
Too offensive.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it is a Vince Vaughn movie. He's pretty crude.
Right.
I think, yeah, just like things, the climate's slightly different now than it was
Yeah.
back in 2000.
I really like.
Way back in 2015.
I like the Japanese guy where he and Dave Franco they're slapping each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Tequila slap
They wake up in the
in the bubble together.
bubble.
Hey, do you know how to work one of these? I got a meeting to get to.
Yeah. And just
That was funny, yeah.
just in his true fashion, I mean, it's one of those when they come rolling down the street and the ball, it's almost as like at this point in the movie, you expect it. I mean, there's no,
Yep.
you're not really surprised. It's like, yeah, I would expect him to show up in a bubble.
Yep.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn gets onto him like, hey, if you want to run around the city in a hamster ball with a Japanese businessman, you gotta like let me know.
Yeah. You gotta be able to keep tabs on you.
Yeah. Yeah, again, that's one of those you just at this point you just almost expect it. You'd be surprised if he just walked up normal.
Yeah. I like at the end too when he runs the marathon, the guy spray paints the mural behind him and then spray paints him. I'm like, yep, you just became part of it.
Now I'm surprised because the way they hinted at it, I was figuring the businessman and what was it? The businessman in apartment.
Yeah, the
apartment
art.
42.
Yeah, Businessman 42.
Yeah, businessman 42.
Yeah, art installment.
I figured the way they kept hamming it up there towards the end, he was going to become, viral and make his business boom. But they kind of missed the mark on that.
Yeah, I mean it was just a.
Because he ran the marathon and everybody's going businessman 42, businessman 42, but yet it just kind of died.
Yeah.
I was expecting just a little something at the end, like he goes viral, or when his family picks him up at the airport, he's getting ready to get into the car, and somebody hollers, "Businessman 42," and his wife gives him that look like, "What's that about?"
Yeah.
But no, it just fell flat. They had it, and then it just went away.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
That whole marathon thing, yeah, that was kind of crazy. Just out of nowhere, jumped in there
Yeah.
Yeah.
with no training.
And
In business shoes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he had been training. He just said he fell off the wagon a bit.
But yet all these people know him, and he's on the news, and
Yep. That's funny.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, this his rival Chuck, that lady that has it like sewn together. Just the contrast between those two. Like she'll come up to where he's living in an art installment.
Yeah.
Where she's like, really? Just
Yeah.
How-
She bullies him almost,
it's-
to.
pretty funny, like how embarrassed he is in multiple occasions because she's just like beating him to the punch and everything. Usually, but
yeah,
at
she's
the
always
end, he gets in there. But.
she's always a couple steps ahead of him.
Yeah.
And the thing was, he basically found his way to get a meeting with the very top of the top or
Mhm.
something. That's how he was able to get this deal done at the last second. Because everyone else was basically saying no.
Yeah. Yeah, he made his big deal
Stringing
work that
along.
saved his company. All's happy in the end.
So-
I don't know. Tackled a lot of different issues. Bullying, of course, with
Mhm.
family, and then, how he deals with his family and being overwhelmed with his business. And trying to help out. He had the old guy he had to account for, and then he's got the young guy that's special. So, a lot of different themes rolled up into one. I like think pieces.
A lot of the filming took place in Boston.
Really?
It was a box office bomb. Lost over 15 million.
Wow.
Lost
Wow.
15 million. Wow.
Almost 20, yeah.
Wow.
$35 million budget, box office made 14.4.
Ouch.
Which, yeah, I wonder what else was coming out at that time, or what had the Vince Vaughn heat kind of died down, or I mean, I assume like Dodgeball was probably a big success, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, like, Vince Vaughn has had some very successful movies, I think.
Wedding Crashers probably got to be the biggest one,
Mm-hmm.
or The Internship. Because I mean, that's Owen Wilson with both of them. He's done 45 plus movies. Huh. Yeah.
Okay, let me see what was released that same weekend.
Old School was a good one. Couples Retreat. Four Christmases was kind of entertaining.
Yeah, that one was.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
So, March 2015, Get Hard with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell was released.
It's hard to tell though. I mean, sometimes
About that time, that's about the only thing.
it can just be bad timing. Things just bomb. They're not necessarily like.
Yeah, because there's
bad
not a
movies.
lot of everything else I'm seeing right here is not a lot of well-known movies. A lot of movies I've never heard of.
Yeah, kind of B-rated movies.
Yeah. So that might be part of just
Yeah,
bad
something like
timing.
The Wedding Crashers, $40 million budget makes $200 million worldwide. So I mean,
Yeah, The Wedding Crashers is pretty big.
yeah, I don't know. People may have seen the poster and thought, looks like I've already seen this type of movie before. It's gonna be Vince Vaughn doing the Vince Vaughn thing, and I'm gonna save my money, not go to the theater.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, would you trade out any cast? Would that make it better or worse? Do you think it had a
Ooh.
Dave Franco on his
Yeah.
way out?
Give it
I like Dave Franco
Get out
in
there,
this.
Dave.
You're crazy.
I like Dave Franco, but I'm with Justin on this one. He just came off as annoying on this one. And I know that was supposed to be his role, but wow. It wasn't even like an entertaining annoying, because there's some movies where you have that annoying character that you either enjoy or tolerate or fall in love with, but he just drove me nuts.
I liked him.
Really?
Oh yeah, he reminded me of one of you guys. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but he reminded me of one of them. I'll leave that up to you to figure out which one. No, I'm joking. I liked him though. I thought he was funny. I mean, I saw right away that he was
He had some moments for sure.
challenged, and
Yeah.
then
Definitely some moments I liked.
I like when he was in the bar and he had the apple on his head, the little William Tell deal, and he's like, "Go ahead and do it already."
Yeah.
The worst part's the waiting.
And the dart's hanging out of him.
And it took him a while to figure out the wheelbarrow thing. That's kinda
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It's like, yep.
Or Cena's thoughts, Joe.
About like ours, just wow.
Oh, I just remembered. He's on the plane and he's reluctant to give his seat up.
Oh yes.
Oh
you
yeah, I
think
haven't
of
been upgraded before. Yeah, first time.
What do you
Yeah.
think of that scene where the soldier has a
Yeah.
missing hand?
I cringed. I was
Yeah.
like,
How hard
oh.
would that be? Because I
I
mean,
thought maybe that was a kind of a poor choice for comedy. That's supposed to be funny. I don't know. It seemed
I
like
think it just
a
kind of
little too
set up.
serious of a
Yeah.
subject.
Well, I think it just set up his bad luck / he can't catch a break. That
Yeah.
that just added to the he can't catch a break.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They land in Germany and Franco sets the car on, German because you're in Germany and
Why not?
how will it know the German streets if it's not in German?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That,
Yeah.
That does make sense.
So it's just kind of like tripping over themselves the whole time. Nothing would go his way ever.
But when he's sitting there and the people are offering their upgrade their seat, offer to give up their
Soldiers,
seats.
yeah.
I'm going, yeah, I can see myself in that situation because I would have that exact luck.
Oh yeah.
I'd be sitting there and I would be there. So I kind of felt bad for him because it's like, this is the way my luck works. I would be in that exact same situation. I would be upgraded, and then there'd be somebody in the crowd that would be much more deserving of my seat. And then instead of picking, they'd have anybody in the whole first class area to pick, and they would pick me. I would just have to look up, and they would eyeball me, and I'd be the one
Yeah.
obligated to do it.
Yep. Feel awkward.
Yes.
So what was the best part of the movie for you, or the most entertaining? I know we talked about parts that stood out, but like mine was the bullying thing, which I thought was kind of sad but funny, but still disturbing a little bit. What was your all? Did you have like a scene that just made you roll or laugh out loud, or whatever emoji thingy you want to use? Did any of them just really crack you up?
ROFL?
Yeah. Nothing stood out really.
I know there are plenty of funny scenes, but just kind of having to. Nothing that was my absolute favorite or anything. Maybe I'll think of something.
Well, I kind of go back. I laughed a lot at the, the tequila slap thing.
Yeah.
I thought the Japanese guy played that very well.
Yes.
And you could kind of see Franco's thing, and he's like, "I'm kind of scared," and the Japanese guys are kind of like, "Okie dokie, it's on, but it's not on."
Yeah.
So I laughed at that.
Yeah.
I think anything that had Tom Wilkinson in it just was gold in my book. Just
What, the older guy?
yeah, the older
Yeah.
guy. Just anything that he did, because you knew that he was going to cause some kind of shenanigans.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "I take this pill, and it's not it doesn't mess with me. It releases me."
Yeah. Let your inner self or your true self shine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go dancing in the clubs in Germany or wherever they are.
Yeah. Okay. So Justin, I know you trade out David Franco. Joe, what about you? Do you feel like any poor casting choices there?
I don't think so, and I don't even think I would trade out David Franco. I think it's just the character he was supposed to play. I don't think it was so much him. I think it was just the character itself
Yeah.
came across as over the top annoying.
Yeah.
So I don't think if we traded him out, it would have made much difference.
Right.
Unless you would have gotten somebody else. And at this point, I don't even know who you could put in there that would make the annoying more entertaining.
I think they felt this movie was so bad that they didn't even do like a fun facts or anything. I couldn't find anything on it.
I found a couple little bits, but it wasn't enough. Like Flugelschlagen that they was talking about actually
Yeah.
means wings beat, so basically flying.
Yeah. That's weird.
And then they
In
was
a car.
and then another little bit about Apex Select when they deal in swarf. And it's most frequently metal filings produced by machine cutting. Swarf has several uses, including serving as a lightweight construction materials in the automobile industry.
Huh.
And then just a little bit when Vince Vaughn's character finds out he gets the first class upgrade, the other names on that list were
Mhm.
actually some of the crew members. The cinematographer Oliver Stapleton, producers Todd Black and Anthony Cadigas, and production designer Laura
Being crafty.
Trachino, and first assistant director Doug Torres. But other than that, that's literally all I found.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Of course, mine's an overflowing mop bucket.
Seriously?
No.
I was gonna say.
No,
The
I feel like it was a
greatest
good pick, but it wasn't
That's-
like off the charts great. I would tell somebody, hey, if you're bored, this is a pretty good flick. Make you laugh, make you giggle. Got some funny stuff in it, but nothing,
Yeah.
not slapstick, but not,
Right.
But pretty decent cast.
Definitely, if you're into like comedies where it's like, you think of like, The Hangover or something where it's just they get into situations that are totally crazy. That's kind of what this
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's similar.
over the top. But
Which kind of surprises me because like Hangover had the same sense of debauchery,
Yeah.
but this one's not popular.
Yeah.
Maybe the cast was a little better with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, more of you had like the team, the ensemble of different characters in that, but this one seems pretty heavy on Vince Vaughn and maybe
Yeah,
the two other characters don't quite
carry the weight.
carry the weight as well as like the Hangover. That was like
Zach Galifianakis
Yeah.
making moves happen, man.
that was good.
And what's the Asian guy? That
Ken
guy-
Jeong
Yeah, But-
jumping out of the trunk.
yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I went for a lighter deal.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we got there.
Oh yeah, we definitely got there.
Definitely a lighter. It's like,
You get what you ask for, punks. Yeah. You ask, you get.
yeah. What's your breakdown, Joe? Where you at on this one?
Yeah. Come on, Joe.
So you want my rating?
Why don't you give us a little bit of background first?
Okay. So I was.
Overall impressions followed by
Yeah, and kind of
rating.
and seeing his take. I know it was a little I imagine it was a little awkward watching some of it because it was pretty raunchy. But I don't know. I just, if you sit down. So this is my thing. If you sit down like with the wrong crowd,
Yes.
or not wrong crowd, but a crowd that's more moderate or more conservative, this would be a raunchy movie to kind of be like, oh man, the guy's junk's hanging out.
Yeah.
Kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was. What got me is when Cena was asking me about the whole bathroom scene. Is like, I should know that. I had no. Now that was the most awkward part for me. It's like, how would I know?
Well, what other way could that come? Hey, I was hanging out there last week. It wasn't quite like that, but it worked. I mean, what do you say?
Yeah.
Other than how would I know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Boys' bathrooms are mysteries. Stay out of them.
Yeah.
Especially in Germany and
Yeah.
alternative bar. You get what you get and you don't get upset.
Yeah. So I was entertained, and this movie did deliver on Dave's end as far as something completely opposite from Awakenings. I think this had its own strange awakening in its own weird form and fashion. Dave pretty much hit the nail on the head. Not for all audiences. Definitely not a family flick.
No.
Would I watch it again? Probably not. But was I entertained? Absolutely.
If it was on TV, would you tune in for a couple minutes to?
I don't know. I don't think so, unless it was just in like a particular spot that I found extraordinarily funny.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't see myself sitting down and watching it again. So
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, this is the second time I've watched it, and I kind of knew what was happening, so it took a little polish off the funny parts.
yeah, because you've seen it. It's funny the
Mhm.
first time. The second time around is the way it's set up. It's almost kind of an eye roller at the second time through,
Yeah, I didn't.
or it has the potential to.
Yeah, because I didn't laugh as hard as I did the first time at some of the stuff. It's kind of slapstick,
Right.
and you saw it. I saw it coming, obviously.
Right.
Justin, what about you?
I was entertained. I was chuckling a number of times. I was kind of like surprised at how raunchy some of the scenes got, but I'm not like complaining or anything. But I was just like, whoa, this is some adult comedy in certain situations. But pretty funny. Like I said, I didn't like Franco's character much. Thought he just overplayed it a little bit, but part of that is maybe not his fault. If the script says you have to go into the spa where everyone's naked and you gotta act like a little kid,
Yeah.
basically.
Act like a 10-year-old kid.
There's only so many ways you could play that, so it might not be totally his fault, but yeah, that was a questionable choice for me to make him like so over the top of a kind of idiot character.
Well, I mean, he was on the spectrum of being autistic, I'm pretty sure. He tries to say, exploits and says explorers. He messes up words a lot.
But still,
I like it when he said, what's that word mean? He's like, which one?
The E word.
Yeah, he's
Or
like, I didn't say an E word.
The I word.
Yeah.
but still, I mean, I know he was supposed to show up on the spectrum, but even then, I think he was kind of pushing the limit, like trying too hard.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Not the best acting deal, but
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Some laughs, some kind of going from a real thinker of an awakenings, or one that you're dealing with real emotions and serious stuff, to this one you could pretty much turn your brain off and just watch and just
Yeah.
kind of get some laughs out of, which was nice. Some laughs, also some cringes. I thought some things were a little but yeah. I'm gonna fall right in the middle as usual with a medium.
Ooh, Justin going
Did you
with a
already get
medium.
your rating?
No, I haven't given
No.
mine yet.
I'm just jumping in there.
Yeah, I'll do overflowing medium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to someone unless they were just looking for like an easy laugh that they don't have to pay attention too much. But not bad. Vince Vaughn.
And I remember this popping up on, I was in a hotel or something. I maybe watched 5 minutes of it or so in the past.
Had to get back to the show you paid for.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah. And I remember back then just being like, it seems like kind of crazy Vince Vaughn movie, but just kept going, kept flipping the channels.
It didn't hold your attention.
Yeah, no.
Well, I have to say, I have to be in the same boat with you guys. I'm going with a medium on this one as well. So this Vince Vaughn movie is a certified medium.
Nice.
For what it is, I think it does what it's trying to do, which is
Entertain.
have some over-the-top, crazy shenanigans, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe it maybe just doesn't quite hold up as well as maybe like a Hangover or something like that. With
yeah,
the
it's
same formula.
almost
I'd
like
probably give Hangover a large, where this is a medium for me.
yeah, it's almost like they tried to be the Hangover, and it just kind of fell short.
Well, mixing in all the serious. I mean, I like that Vince Vaughn would always take the time to talk to his kids or do whatever. Not and not totally ignore his family when he's out on business. Like that was nice and all, but
I mean,
some of the bullying things and stuff just seem like.
it took him forever
Do we need to have
to do the simple homework assignment. That's what killed me. I mean, he's on a plane for 5 hours. How in the heck hard is it to sit down and write out a paragraph for his daughter?
Well,
I mean, I know he didn't know the answer, knows his life's dilemma, but
right,
get something on the paper for the poor girl.
Right.
Jeez.
He was overthinking it big time.
right.
Well, he wanted to answer for real. And I was like, just
Yeah.
just write something down so the kid can do their work.
Yeah, that was kind of like a device for him to be able to do the self-narration of
Yeah.
what's in his head throughout the movie. But, yeah.
All right, so mediums across the board.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's pretty accurate. I didn't think this would be like a barnstormer, change your life movie, but I thought it would be a little lighter, something fun. Joe, you gonna tell us what your next one is, or no?
Yes, I'm ready.
You handed us the information, but without the title. So
Yes. So my next pick, of course, you guys know I use the algorithms.
The Hangover, isn't it?
No, it's not the Hangover. So according to the algorithms, based
So
on
what do you mean the algorithms? I'm just curious. You mean that the list?
No,
random number picker?
listen, don't
No,
inquire
no.
too much about the
I'm
algorithms,
confused.
buddy.
Okay, so based
What
off
are
of
the algorithms?
so based on how I use the algorithms is based on the movies we've watched in the past. I always go to where it says if you watch this movie you may like these,
Yeah.
and I always scroll through these. You may like these sections,
Gotcha.
and if I never find anything, then I go back to my list I made when we first started.
I see.
So
I thought
that's
you were like
Joe's. Justin,
yeah.
how do you make your picks?
in a dark room with you've got some computer programs that you're
He is. That's what he does in the evenings. He goes back and he sits down and hacks stuff, and he's
designed an algorithm.
he wrote some code and said, "Hey, I need help picking movies." Justin, what's your methodology of picking?
A lot of times it's like, what are the best movies on? Insert your streaming service here, like best movies on Amazon Prime right now, or I'll go through some of those lists. Or I mean, this last one I was just like, Robin Williams came to mind. I was like, just search Robin Williams, all of his movies that he's done. It's like, oh, I've never seen this one. What's this? That sort of thing.
Okay. I have a list of about 50, and I try to pick which one I think you guys are in the best mood for or need. So, all right. So that's it. So Joe, sorry, come back to
What have the algorithms?
back to your pick. Your algorithms have spoken.
Algorithms
Okay.
have spoken, yes.
So this is a 1994 classic.
Wow. Hold on, 1994.
Yes, and I have not seen this movie, so I don't know what I'm getting myself.
You
set
weren't
up
even
for.
born then.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay. 1992.
Dave, you and I have both seen this film, but Joe has not.
Yeah.
Have I? I don't know what it is.
I'm pretty sure you have.
Hold on. 1994. It's
Yes.
Robin Williams.
Nope.
No.
Nope. I don't want to give the care. Well, I'll let you.
Hold on.
I'll
Let me
string it
think
along a little
second.
further.
94. Is it a popular movie?
Oh,
Give
yes.
me some hints here.
Morgan Freeman.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yep.
Okay.
We're finally covering it on this show.
Yeah,
We'll-
Shawshank
Yeah,
Redemption.
the algorithms have spoken, and when I seen that, it's like I've not seen this movie. I've heard the guys talk
You
a lot about
definitely
it.
need to see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting one. As
It's
soon as
Morgan Freeman. Who's the other main guy?
Tim Robbins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim Robbins.
He
Yeah.
was in Howard the Duck.
Yes.
He was. In this movie, he does a much better job.
Well, it was after Howard the Duck, so
Folks, go back to our Howard the Duck.
archives.
Oh, gosh. No, don't do it.
Hey, they can at least watch the episode.
Just say no.
You don't tell people not to watch our content, Dave.
Oh gosh, I don't know. That's a coin toss.
Honestly,
It just seems mean.
no. Watching our take on Howard the Duck, that is, in my opinion, the most entertaining episode we've ever done. And we've done some great ones. But you just go back and listen to just the beating I took over that one.
That's what you get for throwing that trash out there.
See, and because I sit back and just listen to you just blow me over with both barrels and I'm sitting there laughing. I still laugh at the whole time I'm sitting there listening to it. It's like Dave hates this. Justin's just like, yeah. Justin, we were still kind of new to all this, so we wasn't being complete. Well, Dave was, but Justin was like holding out.
Each other longer. I was trying to.
Yeah, Justin was trying to hold out a little ray of hope, and Dave's like, no way, no, absolutely no. I'm coming in guns blazing. There's no possible way we're going to salvage any of this.
Oh boy.
Yeah, something about taking the burnt popcorn, throwing it into a dumpster, and then lighting it on fire.
Yeah, taking burnt popcorn, throw it out in the alley, and force feeding it to you.
Hey, the good news is you're taking one off of my list, so now I don't have to burn one of my picks on it.
Okay.
So I like it. So you're doing double duty there, Joe.
All right.
Your wife hasn't seen this one either?
No.
All right.
You're in for a treat. I think it's a really good movie.
The only thing that has me a little anxious about it, it's almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll fly by.
But with Morgan Freeman, I mean, it can't be.
Yeah.
It's got to be good.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That sounds fantastic. I'm excited. I haven't seen it for a while.
Like I say, I can.
Me neither.
I can tell just
I'm
by
saying
guys'
years.
reaction. You guys are excited
years.
on this one.
Did either of you look it up?
What's that?
Shawshank Redemption.
I've got their IMDb pulled up right now.
Good ratings.
9.3 out of 10.
Oh my gosh. That's
Wow. Really?
Yes. Let me go on Rotten Tomatoes and see what they look like on there.
91.
Really?
Huh. Did not realize it would be that strong.
I knew it was a classic, but I didn't know. Wow, yeah, 91 certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes and 98% audience score. So it's a heavyweight. It's coming in pretty strong.
Wow.
So
Okay, well, I'm excited.
I'm excited about this one because I've not seen this before.
I think it's an outstanding pick. And again, it's one of those that I think, I'm hyping it up, but you kind of got to, I don't know, Justin, help me out here. You have to be kind of in the right mindset for it because it's kind of a comedy, but it's kind of not. It's kind of a memoir. It's kind of
a think piece kind of
a
deal.
little bit, yeah, but
Okay.
it's got some action in it as well that makes it, not boring. Like, I'm amazed. You say it was 2.5 hours long?
Yes.
I'm amazed it's that long. Like,
Yeah,
I
2
never
hour-
would have, if you'd asked me, I'd have said, 90 minutes probably.
Yeah, 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Wow. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of crazy it's that long.
Now, if you want to watch along with us, if you are an HBO Max subscriber, it's on there right now. You can watch it and find out next week. Ooh, this is gonna be good. The trade-offs, like who would you rather see? There's gonna be on IMDb. There's a list of people who almost starred in the movie. So this ought to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Dave. You're like trying to put your finger on it, and I'm struggling too. Because I mean, you want to say it's a serious movie, but it's not like so serious that I don't know. It kind of reminds me of Forrest Gump type.
Okay.
Not quite.
Okay.
But
That's kind of the vibe.
same era when they were doing movies that were
Yeah. Okay. So that was kind of the vibe.
serious but kind of fun.
That was kind of the vibe I took from just the trailer. That it was kind of like that's a.
But
I could be
totally
way off, but I
totally
think,
different subject
but
matter, yeah.
I like that comparison. That's from based off the trailer. That sounds like what it could be. It's something like Forrest Gump. It's not a comedy. It's not a serious drama. It just kind of.
It's probably a little less funny than Forrest Gump. A little more serious, I think. But it seems like there was like an era when they were doing movies like that. They don't seem to do them as much anymore.
Well, there's good news. We'll get to watch it this week.
All right.
Sweet. Yeah. All right. Good pick, Joe. I like it. I like it when you guys rob movies off my list because then it opens me up to choose more.
So I'm anxious
Yeah,
to.
I've already got my pick.
And I don't
for
share my
next
list
week.
with you guys. For the listeners out there, they do. The Justin and Joe do not see my list, so
Well, we don't see any of each other.
right. That's what I mean. We don't share the information, so it's always nice when it's a nice overlap.
So I'm excited because I've not seen this before.
Yeah.
This will be a repeat for you guys.
Right.
So this is going to be an interesting. Take.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see your take because
Yeah.
it's one of those that I really like, and Justin, I feel like you like it.
I think it's
So Joe,
quite
you
good.
might be a man on an island, but it wouldn't surprise me if you came in next week and said, "Hey, it's all right, not my cup of tea."
Yeah, that's all right too.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I don't know because now that Justin's compared it to Forrest Gump with that kind of
yeah,
different.
Like a
twist.
storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm even more excited
Okay.
now.
Well, that's great then. All right. Well,
Have either of you guys ever heard of Darren Brown? Derren. Darren Brown. He's like an illusionist.
no.
Okay. Just wanted to know. That's a little. That's a little Easter egg for later on when my pick comes out.
Oh boy. Well, after this one, it's the fan
Yeah.
pick,
Yeah,
right?
it's fan
Yeah,
pick,
I've
yeah.
already got my next pick. Though. It
So-
came to me today.
Somebody remind everybody how to get on that fan pick list.
Yes, so be sure to visit our website at beentherewatchthat.com for all the latest news and reviews, and leave us a comment on did we hit the mark on any of these movies, or were we completely off, and is Dave completely wrong with Howard the Duck? That is the
We
question.
all know the answer
That's
to
the
that one.
ongoing
Come on
question.
now. That's
And
like Justin making us watch Mad Max twice.
I'm not putting both those on his door. I'll put one, but one's on your door, buddy, because
They're
as
all
you
in.
said, if you watch the one, you have to watch them both. It's so much better.
Nah, I said you gotta. It was better.
It was better, but
Didn't say it was good. I
Still-
just said it's better.
still not the best.
If you're gonna watch Mad Max, might
Okay,
as well
yeah.
watch
So
the best
so
one.
instead of burning down the whole city, it got narrowed down to a dumpster fire. Woo!
I provided a fire extinguisher. It just wasn't working.
Yeah, it was one of those joke ones that was full of snakes.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us on social media and send us your submissions. We'll add it to our list. We have over 100 suggestions. We'd love to add yours to it. At BTWT Pod, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for all that.
And I would say definitely give some suggestions because, man, some of them on there are just horrible.
yeah,
I think we need to go through that list and go ahead and mark off ones we're not going to ever watch.
well, we can do that.
Just because.
Because I know there was some that was like, I looked at it, I was like, there's no way, no how I'll even try to pitch it. So, yeah, we
we're
can.
not even going to consider. So that's the thing. If you got some good movie picks, lay them out there because we need all the help we can get on that
Or a
list.
good reason for it. If it's a bad movie, give us a good reason to watch it.
Kind of like The Room.
Yeah. Yeah, now The Room is one of those that's so bad it was good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the cult following kind of made it
Yeah.
interesting. So yeah.
And
Okay.
and make sure to subscribe to the podcast. Been there, watch that. All of our episodes are hosted by Anchor.fm.
Sweet.
Shawshank Redemption next week, episode 36.
36. Nice. Okay. Well, that's it for us here in the studio where we do our podcasting, where we cast it out.
To the masses.
I'm just saying I'm winning, and I'll end on that note.
Mad Max 2. Oh.
You're on the computer with the stop button, so
Yeah.
you get that.
Yeah,
the last
that's
word.
not a bad deal. Let's figure out how to rate who has the best overall rating.
Well, we can go back and look at the
That's
ratings
what I
on
mean.
the website. Yeah.
Yeah, the movie recommendation has the best web or ratings that we rate our. You know what I'm saying? Like if this one was my pick and it got all mediums,
Right.
So I'm averaging a median for this movie.
Right.
But then how does that average versus the other movies I've
Yeah.
thrown out?
I'm gonna.
We'll get a report put
Because
together.
I mean I haven't had anything that's not been good yet. So.
Yeah.
Joe, we're on radio. You're looking around. Nobody can see you but me and Justin.
But it's still just the effect. You can tell just the trailing in my voice.
Streets of Fire, a little questionable, but
No way. Come on.
Yeah.
Explosions, motorcycles, hot rods.
Okay, and that still
50s
didn't
lingo.
And that still didn't save you.
Didn't save it. But you know what I mean? It would be kind of neat to see
Yeah.
the trend data on how our picks go.
Yeah.
And which ones were, dumpster fires and which ones were home runs. It'd be kind of neat to see because if we had our own, I don't know. What do you guys think? If you had our own statistics, would that be something you'd be like, yeah, I want that so I can kind of try to curb my ratings myself, or do you not want it because you don't want to be afraid to throw out a stinker in case it's a stinker,
yeah, I think
i.e. the
I'd
general?
like to know, and I don't think it would affect too much either way.
Yeah, I don't
I think
think
we're
it
all
was-
strong enough to pick whatever we want.
Yeah. I think we're all pretty much comfortable enough to set the other two up with a punishment at some point just because. that from an analytical standpoint, yeah, it would be interesting to see who's in the lead, but I don't think any of the three of us.
It wouldn't change our picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're gonna stand by our picks.
I'm pretty sure there's
regardless.
not a trophy given out at the end of this deal. So yeah.
We could make up the Stinker Award for the lowest rated movie, and you get that.
You already won that one with Howard the Duck. I don't know. You just want to give yourself an award. Is that what this is about, Joe?
Yeah, I want a participation
What's
ribbon.
a trophy? Gosh. All right. Well, we better end on that note. So again, if you're out there listening, get some ideas in for the fan picks. We really enjoy that, and then figure out our ratings. I tell you what, we could throw it in there. Figure out which one of us has got the best ratings in your mind so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could have Team Justin, Team Joe, and Team David. See what happens.
There we go.
Somebody find a good short film too, so we don't have to watch an hour and a half movie.
Well, 2.5 hours now.
Find a 20-minute film.
Well, we could
for
do.
your pick one of these weeks.
Well, Justin, we could do your thoughts in the beginning. We could always kick over to TV shows for a little bit, change things up a little bit. That'd be your 30-minute.
Yeah, we could. I'm not a big fan of that, but we could. I'm a big movie guy.
Yeah, I kind of like movies.
But we'll see. We'll see how bored we get. I mean, we're only on show 36.
Right.
So, yeah, not a big deal yet. All right, well, for Been There, Watch That, the crew, Justin, Joe, myself, we'll be back next week with Shawshank Redemption, Joe's pick, which I think is outstanding. A little foreshadowing for you. But if you haven't seen it, jump in there and watch it with us and then comment on the show. And we like all the comments and the fanfare. So
And it's currently streaming on HBO Max.
There you go.
So there you go.
Max. Yeah. All right. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next week.